All right, y'all, this is just a video off the top of my head. Um, I was just sitting here going through my old art stuff that I put up, and I was sifting through, trying to figure some things out here of how I want to do this. And as I'm doing that, I'm sitting here thinking, like, do you realize that you literally have some time and you have one life to live before you're gone forever? Forever. And then it's oblivion from there on out. Like it's no more Nate, no more me. And it's like, it just reminds me to not waste any more time in my life. It's not like I want to force myself to do things. That's not what I'm saying. It's not like I want to force myself to do stuff. But there are things that I do want to do. And I don't say that boastfully, but it's like I think of doing all of these things at one time. And then I don't do as much as I want to do because I'm thinking of doing so much at once. When if I just focus on one thing at a time and do it, and then focus on another thing at a time and do it because I want to do it, not because I'm forcing myself to do it. But it's just another reminder that this time is so short. Like when I think of that, I'm going to be here for a little bit of time and then I'm going to be gone forever. Like I'm going to be here for some time and then I'm never going to exist again sooner or later. It's going to come one day. And I'm not saying that to down us or depress us or to get us in a worse mood or a worse place in our life. I say this as kind of an uplifter, not to put you on a pedestal or say, hey, let's get to the top of this thing, because like I said, when you're at the top, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. It's just a matter of time before you fall. And that's why I don't want to put people on a pedestal. I don't want to lift them up so high that they have this ultimate fall, because I already know how both ways are with this thing. And all that I am going for in my life is to make an honest living off of what it is that I like and love to do. Because I'll be honest with people out there, I'm not going to lie. I know there are probably some people on here that either work a part-time job or a 9-to-5 job. And I know for me, there is no way I'm working a 9-to-5 job. I'll be a suicide case. I'm not even lying to people. I will be a suicide case. I just cannot go to some 9-to-5 job for 5-6 days a week or whatever and do something that I can't stand doing. The way that my mind is and the person I am, I just can't do it. I tried to do it. You see, I tried to do it and I couldn't do it. My mental state got so bad when I was doing that. And see me, it's like I don't need to make a ton of money. I just need to get enough for myself to where I can pay the rent, I can have food and shelter, and then do the thing that I do. That's all. I don't want to be rich. I'm not looking to be rich off of this platform or anything that I do. And I think if every one of us would do that, we could get by somehow, some way. But it's like, what is the thing that you like or love doing that you can do, that you can make enough just to get by? See, that's what I'm on. If something ends up working out somehow for me, that's great. but it's not about the money for me. It's about making an honest living for myself. It's about being as honest with myself and my craft as I can possibly be. And then the people that stick around, that come here, they will see that I am who I really act like I'm being. And I'm not saying that I don't have some messed up days where I'm not into it and I don't feel like doing things, because the last 2 days or so, that's how I kind of been feeling. You know, I was kind of feeling up for about a month or so there, and I was having a really nice streak for myself. And it's kind of like, you know, the storm wants to come back in your mind. The lies want to come back. The kind of the disassociation from everything. You kind of feel like you're here and you're focused and you're doing things that you know you want to do. And then all of a sudden it kind of slips away a little bit. But that's okay. That's okay. I know that that may be happening, but if I just say, I'm going to get through this, I'm going to get through it. There's no other choice but for me to get through it. There's no other choice. I don't have any other choice but to get through it. Then those times will come again where I feel better about myself, where things are going well for me, you know? But it's like, there's just no way that I'm going to do something for the rest of my life that I can't stand doing, or I'm putting pressure on myself every day and forcing myself to do it. And it's, if I had the ability to, like I said, if I had the ability right now and I had the funds to go and build my own place and to plant my own food and things like that, I would go do that in a heartbeat, because that's what I'm really going for, is to do that sometime in the future. Even though I'm not thinking of the future, I'm thinking of now. But all I'm saying here is, it's just a reminder for myself and maybe people out there to remind yourself, even if you're going through some kind of thing in your life and something is happening or going on, it's like, put all that to the side for a moment. You know, put all that to the side just for a second and say, why am I moping on these things? Why am I thinking of these things that are completely irrelevant, that really ain't doing anything for me, and I'm just wasting time? It's like, I might as well do little things, just little things, while I can do them. And this is all that I'm saying here, is that I get so caught up on thinking that I have to do all of these things at one time. Like, I can get all of this stuff done, and I can do this and this and that and that and that. And this is where I start getting discouraged and I start falling off, because I'm putting too much stuff on me at one time. It's like, just focus on one thing, one thing. And yet again, I know there's a lot of people out there that you might have to focus on a couple things, but I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know what people do out there for themselves. I don't know how they make a living. I don't know how they get by. I don't know the things that they're doing all the time. I'm just saying, for me, I'm just going through on my laptop here, and I'm thinking, you know, what do I want to do here? What am I doing here? And it's kind of like I'm rethinking my strategy here. You know, it's like, okay, what I was doing it for a while. You know, I was going full speed there for a minute. A little while ago, I was putting all this effort in, and I was, you know, putting some work in for myself. And then I kind of backed up away from it. You know what I mean? I didn't give up on it. I just backed away from it a little bit, and I didn't keep up with it. I didn't keep up with it just at a steady pace, you know, and I stopped. And now I realize I started procrastinating again. I got right back into the old way of saying, well, let me get this done, but not do enough. And hardly do anything. It's like if I would just do a little at a time, those little things would come into more things for myself. But my mind is too focused on bigger things sometimes. Like, how can I make this happen now? It's not going to happen right now. That's not how it works. It's little things that build up into something that you may be going for. And this is what I've been doing the last couple years is I've been procrastinating, and I have been thinking too much instead of just doing the little things. And now I'm here doing a video saying these things, and I don't want that to happen again. So it's like today, I'm just doing a little bit today, and then a little bit tomorrow when it comes. It's like, don't do too much. You know, the mind is a liar. The mind is always thinking of more, or how to do this thing 4 times more than what I can possibly do it. You know, I'm not Superman or Octopus Man where I have 4 tentacles where I can do 4 things at one time. And it's like, my goodness, you're only a human. You know, you're not some extraterrestrial here that can, do 4 things at once. It's like, come on, I got to get real with myself here, And getting real with yourself and being honest with your situation, it seems like it's hard, but it's not hard. It's actually really easy to get honest with yourself. It's just, I have to be willing to get honest with myself is the thing. And I know this doesn't seem like much, and it's not much. It's not much. It's just a little video of me talking about what's going on, but I just realized that I do not have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time, and I'm wasting time. And when I'm gone, I'm gone. When I'm gone, I am gone, and I am gone forever. There is no coming back here. So it's like, while I'm here on this earth, and if there is a possibility that there may be something else, that there may be something that did create this all, that something maybe did put this into action, that maybe I'm not doing this for nothing. Maybe I am doing this for some eternal aspect. I don't know, but there's a part in my mind that mystery keeps me going. It keeps me doing this every day. And for y'all out there, quit listening to the lies in your head. Quit listening to the thoughts that tell you all these things that it's telling you, because the mind is a liar. The mind is a freaking liar. Don't listen to it. Now, I'm not saying don't imagine. Imagine things. Imagine, but just make sure that you're not getting caught up in a lot of your delusions, because a lot of people get delusional when they imagine things. Now, I don't have a problem with some delusions, because we all have delusions. Every single person has delusions. Imagine things and remember where you came from. This is what I'm always telling myself. But I know that when I start to get a stormy mind and I start to think like the old habits, or my mind starts doing things that I'm like, okay, I know what's going on here. I had this happen before. This is nothing new. Okay, let me face it. Let me look at it for what it is. Let me see it for what it is. Okay, I know you're there. And I'm going to get through this. Sooner or later, the storm will settle and lift. It happens every time with me. But while I'm going through those periods, it's a little bit of a nag and a pain in the ass. I understand this. I understand these things. But I'm still reminding myself there's not a lot of time, and I'm not going to let this hold me down. I'm not going to let this be an anchor in my life. I'm not going to let a couple thoughts and me feeling a little crappy or whatever ruin my entire life and ruin my entire day. You know, screw that. Screw that shit. You know, this is what I'm telling myself is screw that shit. It's only me that can do something about it. And it's only me that is keeping me a certain way, even though I may not want to do something about it. Sometimes I don't even want to move. Like, I got to go to the store today to get food. I do not want to go to the food store at all, but I have to go. I just have to go do it. And I walk and I get some exercise and I get my blood flowing and I feel a lot better about myself, you know? And it's like, even though you don't want to do something, that is the time to do it more than anything. This is what I'm realizing. I didn't even want to get on this video, but I said, you know what? I don't care. I'm making a video for today. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it to do it, to get out of myself. You know, am I saying that it's going to make me feel so much better? No. I don't know if it's going to make me feel better. I have no idea. So if there is anything as the metaphorical blind faith, this is my blind faith. I'm just taking a leap. You know what I'm saying? I'm just leaping. It's like, don't sit still. Don't get caught in your situation. It's so easy to get caught here just thinking, and not having a way out. And I know how it gets. And then when people talk about silence, silence is a great thing, but sometimes you have to break your silence. Sometimes you have to come out of your silence in order to expel what you may be going through. But silence is a two-way road. Silence is a good thing, and silence can be a bad thing. It's just like with any other thing in the world. There is good and bad to everything. There's good and bad with eating. There's good and bad with exercising. You can exercise too much, and then you can exercise just enough to where you're helping your body. It's like with everything in life, this whole thing is a balance. And what I mean for me is sometimes I want to do way too much. I want to think way too much. I'm thinking 10 steps ahead. I mean, even though this is how I think 10 steps ahead. But in order for me to get what I need to get done for myself, I can't put it into action like that. I got to just do one thing. And then when I'm done with that thing, do just one little thing and go to the next thing and do that little thing and then go to the next thing and do that little thing. I know for me, this is how I am. It's like, quit focusing on the bigger picture. Just focus on now and the little things that you can do now. If your breath stinks, go in the bathroom, grab the bottle of toothpaste first, open it up, squeeze it on your thing, and go brush your teeth. And then that's over with. Okay, I got to eat something. Okay, stand up, walk to where the food is, whatever you're eating. This is what I'm telling myself. I'm not even telling you this. I'm just telling myself. It's like I know how hard these things can be sometimes. There's some days where I don't want to do anything and I want to just sit and mope and I want to complain in my head and I want to do all these things. But then I realize that is the very thing that is bringing me down. That is the very anchor that I'm allowing myself to be tied to. You understand? And I have to say no. Even though I'm not feeling it, even though I don't want to do this, even though I may be having a storm in my mind or my mind may be playing tricks on me, I'm not falling for it, Jack. So hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. And it's like, you got to keep telling Jack, hit the road. hit the road, hit the road. I'm not getting tied on that anchor with you. And then you got to just do whatever you got to do. I mean, movement is key, basically. And some people, they don't want to move. They don't want to do nothing. Like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to move sometimes. I don't want to do anything sometimes. Sometimes I'm not inspired to do anything. And sometimes I am automatically. I don't have to be pushed or driven or anything. I can just do it some days. But then some days I have to kind of say, look, I just have to do the littlest thing to get myself kind of moving, to get myself out of the predicament I'm in. And then that all goes to say, I don't have much time. Remember your death, memento mori. It's like this continual thing. And that's what kind of gives me a shock to my system. It's kind of like, bam, bam, bam. It's like, that's how I got to think. It's like I got to shock my system with this and say, look, Nate, you're running out of time, and sooner or later you're going to be gone forever. No one's going to remember me. I'm going to be in the ground somewhere or cremated. And for y'all that are depressed or any other thing that you are, this is not to get you that way. That's not my energy. That's not the energy that I'm going for to come across with. I'm doing this so that we can do something for ourselves, that we can get moving for ourselves, that we can live healthy for ourselves, that we can do the best that we can while we can for ourselves. And that's going to be what it is from here on out, because that's what I got to do every day for myself. I have to do this for myself every day. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do it for me, nobody's going to do it for me out there. There's nobody coming to, lift me up, like stand me up. There's nobody coming to squeeze toothpaste on my toothbrush so that I can brush my teeth. There's nobody coming to go get my food at the store. There's nobody coming to take a walk for me to get a little bit of exercise. And it's like, this is why it seems like I'm someone that just completely can't stand other people. And I'm like, I don't want anything to do with people. But really, you're only with people probably for some time. And then you're with yourself. So it's like, what I'm going for here is for us to know ourselves. Is for us to actually say, I'm all that I have, without being cocky or without being overly narcissistic about it. Because I'm not being a narcissist when I say this. It's just, I have to care for myself. I have to like me. And most of my life, I've been looking towards other people all the time. I've been going to other people's houses. I've been doing things for people. I relied on people. I was looking to people for answers. And nobody had an answer. Everything I was looking for, there was nothing there. It was me looking for me. But I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that everything that I needed was here with me. It's just, I didn't know how to cope with it. I didn't know how to do what I needed to do for myself. And I have a little better of an idea now what I need to do for myself. And that's all that I can do. That's all that we can do as human beings. That's all that we can do. When you can give and get back, do that. When you can get back and give, do that. It's like, that's how I see this life, is giving and getting. And then when you get things, you give back. When I have to give, I give. And when people give to me, I want to give back. See, there's some people that just want to give. Or there's people that want to get all the time. And I know people like this, that they just want to get. Or they want to give. It's like, yet again, it's that balance. It's that balance there. It's always there. And if I can get just enough for myself, and I can have a little bit extra, that I can help give, that's all I want to do. That's all that I want to do. I don't want to have too much. I don't want it to be excessive. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to be so low that I'm poor and I'm broke and I'm in the gutter. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be too high and you don't want to be too low. That's all that I can basically say. So it's just a reminder for us to give me a little push for today. If it can give you a little push, then so be it. That's what I'm going for to do. But yet again, I don't know what I'm doing because I just put these videos out into oblivion. I don't know who they're going to reach. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what it's going to do for people. I have no idea what people are doing on the other side of this screen when I make these videos. So I'm just going by blind leapage here. So anyway, I'll catch y'all. Any support or donations are appreciated. Thank you for watching. Later.